What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin price currently hitting a new all-time high in this specific country, and is that something we can expect to happen to its US dollar pair by the end of 2020? Make sure you guys stay all the way until the end because we have so much to cover. Before we dive into that though, I've been texting a lot of you guys on the new number that I have specifically to engage with my community. So the number is going to be 917-634-3258. I'll put it on the screen right now. We've been talking everything from business to starting an online business, your side hustles, entrepreneurship, investing, crypto trading, all of these different things. For those of you who don't know, I've built a couple of successful companies in college, and then now that's what I do full time as well as trade. So any question regarding any of that, fair game. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. Now let's go into the Bitcoin price, because this country, and I'm going to spoil it right now for you, it's my home country of Brazil, is currently hitting a new all-time high. But we're not just seeing it happen in Brazil. I believe Iran, and we've seen a lot of other countries start to inch closer and closer to hitting that all-time high. And what we'll notice happening is a lot of these countries where the money is just, we're seeing way too much inflation, hyperinflation in some cases, inflation just at rates that are not normal to be seen, especially in countries like the US and stuff where the Bitcoin price isn't quite reaching that all-time high level yet. The more inflation there is, the more people are looking at other assets in order to maintain their buying power, which just simply means, you guys can look up what buying power is. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with that, just how much you can buy with the amount of money, right? If we take 100 years ago and we look, just take the US dollar, 100 years ago, with $5, you could buy way more than what $5 buys you right now. And that's because of inflation. Now, if we do that at a rapid pace, instead of it having to be 100 years, it can be 10 years, 5 years, 1 year. And we can see these major differences happening. So a lot of people losing buying power, a lot of people looking at other assets in order to hold on to their buying power. And this is why we see the price of Bitcoin compared to those different currencies, because those currencies are devaluing and losing value so fast because of the inflation. We are seeing Bitcoin just inch higher and higher, and in some cases hitting the all-time high. Now, by no means, I've seen people try to pretend, by no means in Brazil is everybody holding Bitcoin. I have family in Brazil. Most people still don't know what Bitcoin is. Most people don't hold Bitcoin. But it is a fact that the Brazilian currency, which is called the real, is currently losing valuation. It's losing its buying power. And so that's causing the price of Bitcoin over there to increase into new all-time highs. But can we expect that to happen in 2020 in terms of the US dollar pairing? Because that's the one that obviously a lot of people are keeping an eye out on. And of course, the US, although it has been printing money, and that's a completely different story, because that, to me, is in of itself, right? But the fact it's been printing money, a lot of people are speculating that, you know, the dollar's going to have, and it is going to have, a little more inflation this year than it had previously. It has a small amount of inflation every single year anyways. So that, of course, could play into Bitcoin's favor. Now, is it going to happen in the year 2020? I want to hear your guys' thoughts first. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the possibility of the US dollar pairing for Bitcoin, BTC, USD, or USDT, whichever one you're looking at. Do you think it's going to hit a new all-time high in 2020? Let me know that down below in the comments. Personally, I'm gonna have to say it's more likely that we see it happen in the first half of 2021, probably even the first quarter of 2021, if all this bullish sentiment continues. That's the most probable situation. While we end the year here, still probably relatively bullish. I think the chances of us hitting that new all-time high Q1 next year are higher, just basing it straight off probability. That does line us up very well in order to have a very good 2021, where we could have a new all-time high in the beginning of the year. And if the sentiment remains bullish, we continue on this bull run, then the rest of the year, we're at territory that we haven't been at before in the US dollar pairing. We haven't been above 20K, so not a lot of volume at that level, not a lot of resistance, a lot of fair game, a lot of open area where Bitcoin can have those crazy candles that we've seen previously if you were in that 2017 bull run. So it could shape up to be a very eventful 2021. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the potential of it breaking. In terms of the Bitcoin price in the short term though, a quick analysis, this bottom of the RSI, when we hit this trend line that I've drawn previously for you guys to look at, this should have been a very, very good indicator. When we hit that, lining up with the support of the EMA ribbon, and we started to see the bounce off of the support, right? We wanted a little bit of confirmation that bounce, as well as over here, when we started to see that bounce. That was an indicator to me, at least when I was looking at this, that hey, it doesn't look like at least at the moment, we're going to be breaking below this trend line and entering down into this range. So exactly what happened was we bounced off here, we bounced off here, and now we have Bitcoin's price when it was at around 11,300 or 400. Now it's at just under $13,000 with multiple touches above that $13,000, making the resistance around 13,000, let's say $100 to $13,200 is where we see these wicks heading up. So as of right now, RSI topped out a little bit while Bitcoin remains relatively sideways in this period. The RSI is cooling off. That could be bullish if we see the RSI come all the way down and maybe even have another bounce. But if while the RSI is coming down, if Bitcoin remains relatively sideways, that's relatively bullish news because RSI down, RSI cooling off, Bitcoin sideways gives us another room for the RSI to have another leg up, which would mean Bitcoin, while it traded sideways, wouldn't have to go down to go up. All it would have to do is just start moving up again after trading a little bit sideways. So this PayPal thing, some people say it's not PayPal, some people say it is because of PayPal. I mean, it's been playing off really well. The 1 hour time frame gives us a little better idea as to why we're trading sideways because we have, although the 4 hour EMA ribbon isn't fully at this level, we do have the 1 hour EMA ribbon acting as support multiple times already on this range. So definitely something else to keep an eye out on. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the last few weeks, again, the last week or so have been absolutely fantastic when it comes to trades. Just some highlights of the ones that I've been in, that my team's been in recently. We entered a Bitcoin long back here, right? The October 10th one that I'm not going to forget about because that's what captured this whole thing, right? We entered multiple other longs that we were able to successfully have during this time as well. But then more recently, if you guys want to see those longer positions, we talked about them in the last video, but more recently we entered a long position here, catching this bounce off of the support of the EMA ribbon, right? A quick little gain that came up over here, which if we take the price, let's see what that was. That was around, just going from here to here, let's say a 2.5 to 3% move, a 10x leverage on that. That's a 25 to 30% trade in a matter of hours. That's not bad. And then we entered a short position over here, which already hit a target as well. So it is in pure profit right now, where no matter what happens, we close the trade in profit, but it does have room if Bitcoin wants to test the lower end of the EMA ribbon to hit a few more of our targets. And Ethereum's also been killing it recently because obviously Bitcoin led the way a little bit. Ethereum decided it was its turn to pump, and I saw a comment when one of you guys was asking me if I thought Ethereum was going to be at $400 and something back when, you guys asked me this. I think the person asked me when Ethereum was at like 380. Well, I guess this answer by the end of the week, I've said that's a big move in 1 week. Very hard to speculate and predict on that. It turns out that apparently Ethereum thought differently. Ethereum thought that there was no problem for it to do that. Bitcoin did it. Why not Ethereum? There we go. And I actually entered a short position for Ethereum up here, which has already hit multiple take profits on this rundown in pure profit, a very successful trade. So if you guys want to take part in the trades that I'm in, that my team is in, you feel like you're missing out on the opportunities in this market, make sure you check out the first link down below in the description for the cryptocurrency trader alert group. Like I said, I post every single one of the trades that myself and my expert team are entering in real time in this group. So if you're a complete beginner, if you don't know how to do technical analysis, or if you don't have time to do technical analysis, you can copy our trades. We'll show you every single one of our altcoin trades, every single one of our leverage trades. You'll get access to the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space, but most importantly, for 2 weeks, so for 14 days after you sign up, you get access to everything completely for free. We don't hide anything from you. We don't do anything. We pull back the curtain. You'll see all of our trades for free for 2 weeks. And if it doesn't work for you, you don't like it, whatever it is, no questions asked, you can simply cancel and you'll avoid getting charged. So again, barrier to entry, we pretty much removed the barrier to entry. A bunch of you guys were in these recent trades with us. You guys have been in the community chat talking about how you've been able to succeed in those trades, which is fantastic to hear. And if you guys haven't been in there yet, if you guys haven't participated in the trades, I look forward to seeing you guys in there. But altcoins, with Bitcoin having such a massive run, we could expect altcoins in terms of their US dollar pairings to have a pretty good week as well, with the exception of a few, obviously, Crypto.com on a steady decline. Doesn't mean it's a bad cryptocurrency. Tezos is one that's really good too, and it's down on the week. But overall, a majority of altcoins are seeing that little bit of a push, that green week because of Bitcoin. Again, this is in their US dollar pairing. Keep in mind, their Bitcoin pairing could look a little different because of Bitcoin having such a price surge. Now, PayPal is going to continue It's Bitcoin takeover with plans to acquire Bitcoin. Now, I'm seeing people take this a little bit too far to where I think this is fantastic. I think this is extremely bullish for the Bitcoin price. I think their plans now to acquire Bitco, which is a company that I believe was valued at around $170 million. This was 2 years ago, I think. This is just plans. This came from a reliable source. However, it is not 100% confirmed yet. I see people calling this PayPal going all in on Bitcoin. PayPal's worth so much money. PayPal has so much money. Acquiring a company for $170 million by no means is putting all of their eggs in one basket. This company is not going to do that. They're going to still have their US dollar side. They're going to have their crypto side now. They're going to be able to position things in different ways in order to see the best return for them, in order to give people access, to give their customer access to a lot of different options. And that's exactly what they're going for. So do I think they're going all in? No. But do I think this is extremely bullish and that they're doing a great thing for the Bitcoin price and the cryptocurrencies in general? 100%. Is this going to be bullish long term? If it continues and all these things play out, 100% this is going to be bullish. So again, big news coming out from PayPal. Big news nonetheless, potentially acquiring a company. It's potentially spending hundreds of millions of dollars to acquire a cryptocurrency company to, again, make their platform even better and double down on their platform, on their cryptocurrency platform. It's going to be bullish nonetheless, and it's going to help the Bitcoin price 100%. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up.